Hope everyone is having a great day. Today we're going to dive into the potential that compounding offers with two examples. First, we will use an S&P 500 index fund investment as an example, as mentioned in the previous video. And second, we will look at which is better, an offer of $1 million today or a penny that doubles for 30 days. Write down in the comments what you think is best before you see the answer. Alright, I'm going to use the investor.gov free calculator to calculate these scenarios. You pretty much can just Google one and you find a bunch of them. So let's start off with $10,000 as an initial investment with $100 or $150 a month for 30 years to start until you're retired, and 8%. Now, for a realistic approach, and actually we'll get back to that one. So 8% is because the general market or the S&P 500, usually it's between 7 to 12% average. I'm using 8 to be a more conservative. It's a decent percent. So we're going to do it annually compounding. If you have a dividend investment plan on your S&P 500 index investment, you will actually be doing a bit better than this because you have some more compounding during the year. Let's see where this gets us. So this gets our initial investment of $10,000 up to $304,000 with a total contribution of $64,000, which is $150 a month. That is pretty impressive. But let's see where we can get with more. So let's change up some things. Let's say first, to make this more realistic, if you're investing in the index fund, you are going to lose 0.03 of your investment. So it would be 7.97. So let's see how much they take from you. About $2,000 over a course of 30 years. Not too bad. Maybe you might just be disagreeing, but now let's put in the average take of a regular fund, which would be, let's say, 2%. So you're stuck with 6%. If you invest through a broker and then through a mutual fund, that's taking 2% out of your money. So we started at 304,000. Let's see where we are now. We are at 199,000. But it's just 2%. It's incredible, isn't it? You're still getting 6%. But that 2% from 8 to 6, that really does kill it. That really does just hurt. Let's do another example. So let's say you're starting out really, really early and you got 45 years to go. And you are investing in a self-directed account, which I will make a video in the next video or a few videos forward be about that. But you are at only losing 0.03 for that index fund. So self-directed account investing in an index fund. Let's calculate. So now you have reached $1 million with $91,000 contributed. That is pretty impressive. That is how you get to $1 million. Of course, if you invest more, so if we invest $250 or $250 here, and then numbers, of course, are going to change, and so on and so forth. Of course, please grab this calculator and mess around with it. Take a look at it. If you have less years, what you want to do is up this. But first, before we up it, what are we at with 20? You're at 183,000. That is a very big difference. And the reason being is you do not have that many years. But if you also can contribute a bit more, so now we're at 730. Of course, this broke, but 730 here. You would need to invest, and this is something where you can just always calculate and see. You would need to invest 1,600 probably. And yeah, don't mind this breaking here. 922,000, so probably 1,700, 1,800 for 20 years to get to that 1 million. But it's definitely just come into this calculator. You also might be starting with more and run through it for your own scenario. Okay, so let's see, like I mentioned, 1,800 in this scenario. Yeah, so 1,800 would get you to that 1 million in 20 years. Of course, forget about this, but yes, and that would be with a 442,000 contribution. Of course, with less years, you're going to see less of an impact because you're going to have to contribute the most. The other thing too is if, let's say, you start late and you probably will have more to start with. Now you're looking at getting to a million. See, so here you see that 388,000. You have less contributions, more return at a million one two. It really depends on how early you start. So this initial investment is earlier than this 1,200 over every month. So the more you can put in up front when you're starting in later, the faster you can do sort of a catch up. And this is actually uh, something that I had started because I would say I did invest, but I stopped. And when I got back to it, I did feel like I was a little late, but I was able to put in enough to sort of catch up to where I should have been at that time because I put in enough here at the beginning. Now, for the next thing, the part that most of you guys might be wondering is, well, what about the $1 million or the penny that doubles? Let's go and take a look. Okay, so I'm going to just use a new spreadsheet to work this out. All right, so this is what we're going to do. So you have 1 penny, and this is day 1. All right, and we're going to have 30 days that you have doubling compared to $1 million. So basically, you can take a penny or $1 million up front, but the penny doubles for 30 days. Of course, everyone would wish to have some magic powers, I guess. So you get to choose the $1 million or the penny that doubles for 30 days. So the next day, you have a penny times 2. Okay, now you have 2 pennies. Then you have 4 pennies, 8 pennies, 16 pennies, and up to day 10. Now you're at $5, and you're thinking, I'm so glad I picked that $1 million. 15 days, you're at $163. You're starting to see something here. By day 20, $5,000. You're thinking, I'm still glad I picked that $1 million. By day 25, you're at 167,000. How many of you guys are still thinking the $1 million? I mean, it's 167,000, but you remember, it's not all these added. It's just the last number. But now, double, and you double, and you double, and wait a minute, $1.3 million, $2.6 million, $5 million, and 368. Very interesting. The power of compounding, like I showed you before, in a reasonable scenario, and of course that's why I showed you that first. But this has been something of a trick, and it's true. I mean, compounding at 100% rate. Think of it. You are getting 100% return daily and compounded daily. Of course, this is impossible or nearly impossible. Maybe someone might have found an asset that they can do this with, but it's nearly impossible. And of course, this is why it is just a idea here. But yeah, it's how many of you guys picked the $1 million versus the 1 penny? Let me know in the comments what you guys picked. I hope this video was interesting and helpful, and I really hope that you guys start understanding what the compounding power really is and how that can help you, and why you should invest early on and invest as little as you can or as much as you can as you see fit to reach your goals. And I just want to thank you guys for watching again. And if you liked the video, please do leave a like. And next video, I will take a look at self-directed versus regular accounts and explain what self-directed is and how you can get set up that way. Comment down below if you have any questions you'd like me to address in that video. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to get notified when that video is out. And I'll see you guys next time.